Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. First call, a new contract for a new Steeler, Kenny Pickett ripped on ESPN, another stop for Josh Dobbs. Tuesday's First Call looks at a contract extension for a new Steeler. The national media is all over Kenny Pickett's move to Philadelphia. We also examine the Penguins' next opponent, and Josh Dobbs' new team. One of the newest Pittsburgh Steelers has a new, one-year contract. It is defensive back Donte Jackson. Recently acquired during the Diontae Johnson trade to Carolina, the former Panther will be getting $4.75 million guaranteed, according to OvertHeCap.com. Jackson's cap hit of $10,522,500 was hefty at the time of his arrival. However, this extension will dilute Jackson's cap hit and give the Steelers some additional cap space. With a release looming in Carolina, this move ends up helping both Jackson and his new club. Former NFL lineman Damien Woody ripped Kenny Pickett on ESPN as the Pitt grad is leaving Pittsburgh. The ex-Steelers quarterback is now heading to Philadelphia via a trade between the NFL's two Pennsylvania franchises last Friday. As ESPN's Brooke Pryor advanced on the program, Pickett wanted out of Pittsburgh as soon as the club signed Russell Wilson last week. "You didn't want to compete with Russell Wilson," Woody said while voicing criticism of Pickett. Russell Wilson went from the Seahawks to the Broncos and now to the Pittsburgh Steelers in a matter of a few years? And you're running away from competition? That tells me more about you than anything. So the Pittsburgh Steelers are probably looking at the situation like, good, I'm glad you expressed that to us because now we can move on to guys who not only want to be here, but want to compete and upgrade our quarterback room. Wilson had 26 touchdowns last year. Pickett has 26 in his whole career. Former Steelers quarterback Josh Dobbs has yet another new team. It's the San Francisco 49ers. That's according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. He says Dobbs is signing a one-year deal with the reigning NFC champs. Via the NFL Network's Mike Garafolo, Dobbs is getting $2.25 million at signing, plus has $750,000 in incentives. The 49ers will be Dobbs' 8th NFL franchise. He has been in the NFL 8 years. His career passer rating is 77.3. With Sam Darnold now in Minnesota, Dobbs could become Brock Purdy's top backup in San Francisco. When it comes to the next opponent for the Pittsburgh Penguins, they are struggling as much as the Penguins are. The New Jersey Devils host the Penguins Tuesday night. The Pens come in having won 2 in a row but have dropped 5 of 7. Meanwhile, the Devils have lost 7 of 9 contests. Tuesday's game is the second meeting between the teams this season. The Devils won 5-2 in the previous contest. The Penguins are 30-28-9, good for 6th in the Metropolitan Division with 69 points. New Jersey is 32-32-4. That's 7th in the Metropolitan Division and just 1 point behind the Penguins. So this one is big when it comes to the conference standings. The Penguins are 6 points behind the Washington Capitals for the Eastern Conference's last wild-card playoff spot. The Pens are trying to snap a 5-game road losing streak. They also have a 7-9-7 record in games decided by 1 goal. Asked and answered, March 19. Jeff Colarossi from Stuart, Florida, the Steelers signed Russell Wilson, and so my question is, does any part of his previous contract with the Broncos came into play, or would the Steelers have essentially a clean slate? Answer: Russell Wilson is a vested veteran who became an unrestricted free agent when Denver cut him. The Broncos owe Wilson a guaranteed $39 million for 2024. Because of offset language in that contract, whatever Wilson's new team pays him, and reports are that the Steelers signed him for $1.2 million, which is the league minimum for a player with Wilson's years of service, is subtracted from that $39 million total. Grant Spellerberg from Cutler Bay, Florida, I know you are getting tons of interest regarding the new quarterback situation. I am wondering if this was all in the works for some time or if it just happened on the spur of the moment. Also, will Tomlin give press conference on this? Answer: I am not privy to the discussions that took place among Steelers president Art Rooney II, general manager Omar Khan, and coach Mike Tomlin that had to do with the team completely reshaping its depth chart at quarterback, but my sense is that the outcome was a result of how events unfolded once free agency's legal tampering period opened on March 11. Starting at that point, the Steelers reacted to events, such as the Broncos releasing Russell Wilson, then Wilson deciding he wanted to play for the Steelers, then Kenny Pickett's reaction to the move, then the Bears definitively deciding to move on from Justin Fields and use the first overall pick in the upcoming draft on a quarterback, then the Bears coming to agreement with the Steelers on the terms of a trade. Not even Nostradamus could have predicted such a series of events when the 2023 regular season ended. Tomlin's next scheduled media session will come during the NFL owners' meetings, which will be held on March 24 to 27 in Orlando. Dustin Kovalt from Oak Harbor, Washington, with the trade for Justin Fields, how does his fifth-year option work for the Steelers, and when does that decision have to be made? Answer: as a first-round pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the fifth year of the contract Justin Fields signed as a rookie would be in 2025. The deadline for teams to exercise the fifth-year option for number 1 picks in 2021 is May 2, 2024, and if the Steelers would decide to exercise Fields' fifth-year option, based on the NFL's formula for determining those amounts, it would cost them something in the neighborhood of $25 million for that season. Also, according to the rules of the collective bargaining agreement, once a team decides to exercise the fifth-year option on a player's contract, the amount of the fifth-year option is fully guaranteed to the player. Steelers getting cold feet on Tyler Boyd? Longtime Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Tyler Boyd will be playing football elsewhere this upcoming season, and ever since free agency opened, his hometown Pittsburgh Steelers have been the reported favorite. However, a report from The Athletic's Mark Kaboly indicates that the Steelers may have other plans. Some people, not all, inside Steelers not 100% on board with signing Tyler Boyd, Kaboly tweeted. There is still time to work things, and everything is still on the table, but it doesn't appear anywhere close to a sure thing like it appeared to be a week ago at this time. Boyd has been a Bengal for his entire 8-year NFL career thus far, competing against the Steelers twice a year. However, he is from Pittsburgh and played his college football for the Pitt Panthers. Pittsburgh traded away fellow receiver Deontay Johnson to the Carolina Panthers last week, so the Steelers would be a destination that would offer Boyd playing time, but his hometown team may not bring him in after all. If the Bengals are ultimately going to re-sign Boyd, the only way that happens is if he doesn't develop a market before returning to Cincinnati on a minimal deal. And if the Steelers are saying no thanks, you have to wonder if Boyd's market really isn't developing. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation, Tyler Boyd? Leave your opinion in the comments.